G'day guys, Matt from Tradie Web Guys and the SiteShed podcast. And I wanted to talk a little bit today about Google Ads for tradies and contractors. So, I recently had a client asking us this morning about a Google Ads campaign that he was running. He wasn't quite getting the right return out of it. And this is quite a common conversation that I have over at Tradie Web Guys as an agency. And it normally involves around a misunderstanding of the dynamic behind how Google Ads works, how the campaigns are run, and then variables such as, what sort of budget you're willing to apply, or how to ascertain what budget you need to apply, more importantly, in order to get the conversions that you state you need. So I created an email I sent back to this client. As a result, I thought, this email should probably be a blog. So I've turned that into a blog. And then, of course, now you're seeing the video based, which highlights what we spoke about within the blog. But you can head across to the website there, and you can check out the blog. It's over at tradiewebguys.com.au if you're not already on that page. Now, I suppose fundamentally, what's important for you guys to understand when you're considering running a Google Ads campaign is a number of different things. And we speak about this on the post, but very often people don't really get ad spend. And they think that, okay, I'm going to put $500 into a Google Ads campaign. That sounds like a lot of money. But then when you break it down, it's actually not a lot of money. And we work with a lot of clients with Google Ads, and they perform really well. But the clients that we choose to work with Google Ads, we educate them and we make them understand that you do need budget for these things to work. And it's not budget because we want to put it in our pockets. That's not how it works. You need to have ad spend applied to these campaigns, or in the examples I'm about to give you, you'll see your ads won't last long. They'll click out too soon and you won't get any results. Now, there's a lot of agencies around there that will take whatever budget you have. They'll probably put half of it in their pocket. They'll probably put half of it towards an ad spend, which has absolutely zero bearing on results. It's all about basically feeding themselves. And as a result, you don't get any bang for your buck. Now, I want to break down some really simple equations for you guys so you can understand with a little bit more clarity how this looks, okay? So first of all, let's say, for example, you say, okay, we need an extra 10 jobs, okay? We want to get 10 jobs extra a week. And the keywords that we're competing on are, let's say for usual round numbers, and the numbers that I've used in this blog post, $30 a click, okay? So if we have a website or a landing page which is turning 10 of those visitors into clients, 1 out of 10 visitors into a client. Now that's not a great conversion statistic, but we're using round numbers here. So what we've got now is we need 10 clicks on that ad in order to get us one job. Now 10 clicks is going to cost us $300, okay? So 10 times 30, $300. So effectively what we've got there, we've got one job coming through, which has cost us $300 to get that job. Now, for a lot of guys, that's not a viable business model, because a lot of them, you're not charging enough to justify that outlay. If you're charging, $250 a job and it's costing you $300, then you're already $50 in the red. Okay, so that doesn't make a lot of sense. However, one of the first questions that we like to ask customers is, well, what's the lifetime value of your customer? Because if you've got a lifetime value of your customer and you understand what that is, and it might be in the vicinity of, say $2,000, then is spending $300 to get a $2,000 client worthwhile? Perhaps, okay? So the other thing that you can, or that it's important to understand is, first of all, the locations that you want to target, because very often a lot of the locations, if you're going for the more macro terms like Los Angeles or New York or Sydney or Brisbane or Melbourne or whatever it is, they're quite expensive. They're quite competitive because there's a lot of people trying to compete on those terms. So if you could break them down into suburbs or regions or locations or municipalities or whatever it is, then you're reducing the competitive nature of that keyword or key phrase, which means that it's not costing you as much to show up in those terms and for people to click on those ads. The other thing you need to figure out is how many of these jobs do you need? And once you understand how many of these jobs you need, then you can kind of reverse engineer the equation like we've done in the example just now. It's also a really good exercise to figure out what we're currently converting at. So then you can say, okay, well, how can we improve these conversions? So we're currently getting one job out of every 10 clicks, but this is costing us too much money. We want to get one job out of every 5 clicks. What can we do to improve that? How can we change the website? How can we change the copy? How can we change the ad copy? All these kind of things. So these are all contributing factors that can be amended. So I suppose all in all, guys, the dynamic between Google Ads is that it is quite an effective strategy. However, there are some variables that can help you, that can make you come unstuck if you don't quite understand how that relationship works between ad spend, what your lifetime value is of your customer, how many jobs you require, locations that you want to target and you want to try to dominate. So I just thought I'd post this video to support the article. If you want to get more information, you can head across to the article and you can actually see in the article there a diagram that I created from a presentation years ago, which is really about the key phrase curve and understanding, the dynamic of different keywords and key phrases and the competition that's associated with them. We also dive a little bit into budget, and we dive more into, just areas that talk a little bit about niches and verticals with examples, and how you can be a little bit more proactive when you're trying to set up a Google Ads campaign, into getting a little bit more granular with the nitty gritties. So anyway, guys, I'm Matt from Tradie Web Guys and the Site Shed podcast. You can check out the podcast across anywhere that you listen to the podcasts. We're probably, I'd say, Australia's largest business podcast for tradespeople, and we certainly enjoy creating a lot of content. So head across there and check that out. You can also join the free Facebook community, which is an active group of, at the moment, close to 6,000 global business owners having high-level conversations around business, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy being part of that. Anyway, guys, that's all from me. I look forward to hearing from you soon, and if I haven't met you yet, then I look forward to meeting you in the group. Ciao.